Like I said, I don't know if you guys will, if it's a great connection. I'm not sure. It may not be. This is why I can't. Because Periscope has a mind of its own. Like, one day it wants to work in here. The next day it does not want to work in here. Like, what is the deal? Okay? What is the deal? Is it working or is it not working? Does it want to work or does it not want to work? I don't know. I can't tell you. But I'm going to drink my tea while I scope. And I think, hold on. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. Not sorry, but I apologize. I'm trying to see if this thing sync properly. Because, you know, you be messing with all your data. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. It looks like 4 people is on here, okay? 4 people. Is that what it is? We got 4 people on here. 4 people. Hi, 4 people. I don't know if you guys can type anything. I am Keita J. I'm an entertainer. I'm a custom designer and a voiceover artist. Hey, there we go. So it's a great connection. Andrea, how are you? I don't know if you've ever been on my scope before, but if you're first time on my scope, hey, iCloud. If this is your first time on my scope, welcome. I'm an artist. Like I said, a custom designer. I've done some paintings. I'm doing a new painting today. Your mama. Your mama. Okay? At least I can smile because I'm not even black. So, folks be coming here talking about nigger and nigga. I'm not black. They don't know. They don't know. Just because you see this brown skin don't mean everybody black. Okay? So, you know, all right. But anyway, let me get to my post, right? This is what I want to say. This is what I'm going to say. People are buying followers, from my understanding, right? Hey, Mac, how are you? People are buying, and the trolls love coming in and messing with people. Trolls just love. Hey, Butter, how are you? Trolls just love coming in. The trolls, boy, they love having a field day, nigger, and this and that. Who gives a shit? I mean, who's a nigger? That's what I want to say. Hey, Untamed, how are you? Who's a nigger? What is it? Do people even know what the word nigger is? Do people even know when you look up the etymology of the word nigger? Do you know what it means? Come on now. Come on. Anybody could be a nigger. Anybody. Okay? I'm just telling you. Anybody can be a nigger. Okay? Because it's an ignorant person. It is. It's an ignorant person. That's all it is. So anybody can be a nigger. Okay, so folks trolling, talking about, hey, nigger, hey, you know, and some of them can't speak a lick of English. The only thing they know how to type is nigger. But, you know, that's another Periscope. We right here right now, we talking about buying followers, okay? That's what we talking about. Buying followers. So for all the people that are buying followers on Instagram, so true. They're like broken right. Yeah. So people buying followers. When you're buying followers, I was reading something yesterday, which Instagram is getting ready to kick out, right? And that's why I say folks gotta read, because the way the internet is changing so much, the way people are buying followers right now, they're buying followers and Instagram knows about it, okay? A lot of these companies, people have gotten away with it in the past, but Instagram is becoming a bot city, okay? Bots. I remember when Periscope had a bunch of bots on here and they were liking people's pages and stuff like that. You know, I guess there was a link on there so that you could come and watch their what is it? Their sex shows or whatever they were doing. I don't know. But it's computerized, so I don't know how these bots are getting on it. Hey, how are you? How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you coming over. So what Instagram don't buy product or services? Well, now it doesn't butter, but before people were getting away with it. But here is how a lot of people are finding out. A lot of companies are finding out by hiring these people and nobody's interested in anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing going on your page. You may constantly be putting people's stuff up. And if you look at folks' numbers, a lot of times, like, I don't pay that much attention to it, but I know on Instagram, my numbers jump up and then they come back down. They jump up, they fluctuate. Like, I can tell when I have real people following me now and when it's phony people following me. Because what happens is they'll follow you to unfollow you. So there's systems on Instagram where, yes, so there's systems they have plugged into Instagram, which are people are following you, which they're considered bots. And that's what they call them, bots. So they're following you so that you can follow them back. After a couple of days, they'll unfollow. The system will unfollow you based on either you not following them back or whatever. They can set it up. Because I was looking at a system. Somebody had sent me something. And I was looking at it. And I was like, I don't know what this is, but I think it was like $10 or something. I said, let me check this out and see what this is. I didn't really know what it was. And when I read it, it said, okay, well, you can follow people to unfollow people. And I chose to follow the people that followed me, right? Come to find out, they were trying to get into my Instagram. So I didn't know the company. And I was like, I don't know what this is. So I ended up passing on it because they were trying to get into my Instagram. So you really have to be careful too, because people are hacking into systems. Hey, how are you? Hacking into your system, trying to get information, and this is how some people hack into your phone. So come to find out, some of these companies that claim to be real aren't real. So you have to really be careful what you're doing, what you're buying. Approve followers. I wonder if that makes a difference. Even if you have to approve them, it can still happen. All it is it's a system that creates a following. You set it up. So basically, this is how Instagram works, if nobody knows, okay? And this comes from reading again, okay? Instagram works like this. You get followers. Hey, Mix, how are you? Hey, Gino, how are you? So Instagram works like this. You follow people throughout the day. You unfollow people. You follow people to get them to follow you back, right? So this is what people were doing before a lot of these systems took place, right? So now if you see the same people liking your stuff, say you don't follow them back, but you see the same people liking, your post, and they'll like it first and then they'll comment. Even with the comments that's on it, you can attach different comments, so that people, like it says, nice photo, even with that, they're looking at people that have comments that say nice. That's why when you comment on somebody's post, you should comment more than nice. You should comment more than just one word. You should comment, make it look more like, okay, I'm liking what this person's doing. I really like what you're doing. Some people will put that on there as well. So just knowing the comments that, you see that come across your post, some of them just are bots. And people don't realize they're bots. And what they're doing is you're following people based on that. Like if somebody follow me and I like their content, if it's a bot or not, it's still a person. It's still a person that you're following. It's just that there's a system set up to follow and unfollow you. That's all it is. It's a system set up to follow and unfollow you. So if you decide that today I want, somebody come across, if you put in a hashtag of jazz, and this is how they're attaching themselves to you, by hashtags. So if you have a hashtag that says smooth jazz, somebody that's in the smooth jazz is going to come and follow you, and then they're going to comment on your post. You know what I'm saying? And maybe after a couple of days, if you don't follow them back, or if you follow them back, they can still unfollow you. Because like I said, it's a system. It's the way that the system is set up. So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, a lot of people do it. I see a lot of people's numbers jumping up. And, like one day they may have this or that. Because you can get like 500 followers off of like maybe within a week or 2 weeks time. But now a lot of people know about it. They're not really following. So here's the thing. This is why Instagram is coming out with a whole new Instagram. Like the way that Instagram is set up now with stories, and I talked about this a little bit before. The way that Instagram is set up, I never approve folks. I don't know. Oh no. I mean, if you don't approve them, then that's different. But they're still comment. I guess I don't know if they can comment on your stuff if it's private. I'm not sure about that. But if you're private, no, I don't follow people for money, and I don't want people to follow me. I'm not paying for followers. That's what I'm saying. That's what this scope is all about. People buying followers, which are not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Especially now. Like I said, early on, it was because a lot of companies wasn't aware. Like even Facebook Instagram probably wasn't aware of what was going on. But a lot of pages that are private, if you are a business, you don't want to have a private page. If you're a business, you don't want to have a private page because nobody can see what you're doing but the people that you are that you're with, that's on your friends list. So you want to make your stuff open so that other people can see what you're doing. But like I said, again, Instagram is starting to do new things, new features. They're trying new stuff out because there's a lot of corruption on Instagram. Like I said, people buying followers. They're making Instagram more so business oriented, if you guys understand what I'm saying. Everything is starting to become more business. So when you go into these, when you're doing online stuff, go in as you're thinking of creating a business. Go in like you're thinking you want to create a business. You may not know what to create, but you are doing it based on wanting to be a business. You know what I'm saying? You want to create some type of service. Now, if it's fun, if it's just fun and games, that's one thing. If it's fun and games to you and you just want to post pictures or whatever. But I find that a lot of people are looking for somebody to notice them for something. A lot of people. And now it's more of influence marketing, right now. Instagram is more of, online social media is more of influence marketing. Companies are seeking individuals to help. Hey, entertainment, how are you? Companies are seeking individuals to become influencers. You may be able to travel. You may be able to, do fashion. You may be able to do healthy food or just, go to restaurants and try out stuff. It's all really for you if you want to become an entrepreneur. This is what this stuff is opening up for. Business opportunities for people. You know how people say there's no jobs out here. Well, create your own. Okay? I'm not going to say that it's easy because being a business owner myself, it's not easy. But it will show you how to, it will definitely show you how to struggle. Okay? How the struggle is real out out here, and if you didn't have anything, you're going to try to make $1. That's why I'm big on New Yorkers, how a lot of them, they in the street, they're being creative, they're showing their talents, because guess what? A lot of other people in this world, in the U.S., need to learn how to hustle. We don't know, a lot of us don't know how to hustle. We haven't been taught how to hustle. We don't know how to make money outside of a job. If you lose your job, this world is creating things for us to make money. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not easy out here. So they know if you can drive for Lyft or Uber, you can do Airbnb. You know, from they have TaskRabbit now. Hey, Salam, how are you? They have this app called TaskRabbit. You know, where, you know, people can do odd jobs for a couple of hours. You know, there's Caviar, there's Postmates, you know, so a lot of people are out here saying there's no jobs. But I see Hispanics at what's the name of it, Home Depot every day looking for work. And I don't see anybody of color out there looking for work. So you're looking for work on a day-to-day basis. Craigslist has odd jobs. So if you are a master in something, you know how to, even a journeyman, if you knew how to do something, you know, you can get out here, get on these apps, make money. You can, look, everything, and I'm not saying this is for everybody, but if you complaining that you have no money and you don't have no job, you can rent a car now with Uber or Lyft, okay? You can rent a car. You can go do some Postmate stuff, some this or that, you know. It's a lot of things out here now for people to build up some type of income. I'm not going to say it's going to help you, you know, keep a roof over your head or anything. It may. It's so many now. And digital marketing is another, okay, to help people create some money, put some money in their pocket, you know, to have something. So you can't knock a person's hustle. But all I'm saying, when you're buying followers, you're doing a detriment to yourself. And basically, you're losing money doing that. You're losing money because in the end, now it's not working. It's not, nobody's buying into buying followers anymore. People have been caught red-handed buying followers. These companies are going out of business or whatever now that are trying to get you to buy followers. So it's not working now. It's not working for people like it used to. Like I said, people were able to get over on businesses and, you know, digital agents and things like that. But now they've gotten smarter. Celebrity that was buying them and got caught. Well, even with like anybody, you know, now people are really getting caught because what's happening is they have a system. Listen, let me tell y'all something. They have systems. Oh, really? They have systems now that can track your followers. Do you know that? Does anybody know that they have systems that can track your followers? They have systems embedded into Instagram. That's why it shows the analytics of everything. Even with Periscope, you could buy followers. I don't know if you can buy them now, but people were buying followers on Periscope. You know, so the analytics will tell you anytime you're plugged in the system, what's real. That's why a lot of these bots aren't on here anymore. Periscope was able to get rid of them. You know, they started figuring out what was going on. I don't know if you can be deleted for that. I doubt it. But they were buying hearts. They were buying, look, when Periscope first came out, Untamed, they were buying hearts. People were, because hearts, people didn't know the value of the hearts when Periscope, they was like, oh, these hearts mean something, you know. And I remember when, what's his name that comes on my scope, Dr. Sims, Dr. Walter Sims. He had a huge load of hearts. Like, you know, at the time, he had a huge, when I tell you he had over, I don't know how much he has now, but when Periscope came out, he was one of the biggest people on Periscope at the time. You know, he had like 1 million, 5 million, something like that. I mean, he was doing his thing because he had created a show. And his show, he was, you know, doing his show. And like I said, this was all new to people. Doing live and everything. It was new to everybody. So people really didn't know. People really didn't know how to do it, what to do, you know. But he just, he every stride he took, he was just like, I'm going to create something. And he ended up, great morning, how are you? He ended up on, I think Rodney Perry had a show at the time. And he ended up on Rodney Perry's show. And Rodney Perry, you know, had him come out and, you know, talk on his podcast. And so he went to Rodney Perry's podcast. And Rodney Perry was asking him, you know, how did he get started and this and that? Because he has so many. He had followers and he had hearts, right? I think once a lot of people start doing their own scopes, you know, their time gets cut. And they're not as interested in other people's stuff as they used to be, because folks would watch you so that they could build up their, you know, their courage to do it. You know, a lot of people wasn't thinking about getting on live. You know, they was like, nah, I'm not ready to get on yet. But now I see those same people that was afraid to get on. Some of them are doing their own scopes. And, you know, it's like, hey, get on, do your own stuff. If you got products, sell your product. But once you start doing your own stuff, it's kind of hard for you to get involved in what you was checking out with other people, because you put so much energy into yours. You know, your phone burnt out. You know what I'm saying? Your phone gets burnt out. You know, you got to take a break. You got to get your energy back. It's a lot. It's a lot scoping. It's a lot, because you got to put energy into it. And folks don't realize, you know, doing all these scopes and stuff like that, y'all gonna get burnt out. Y'all gonna get burnt out. People gonna get burnt out. That's why you don't see people for a while. And folks like that used to get on scope be like, man, I already did that. Like, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Like, I'm not into it like I was before, because it's like, you feel like you getting something out of it in the beginning, but then it's like people just watching you. And especially when you have product. Yeah, when you have product, you see it all the time. When you have product and you trying to sell your product and stuff like that, you know, of course, that's another thing. Like, it gets to the point where, like, I'm happy to say that I've had people buy stuff from me, you know, on Periscope. But I think because I ran into an issue in the beginning, you know, it kind of slowed down my business, you know, that I was trying to do, because I had somebody hating, you know, on whatever I was doing, you know, and it slowed down my progress. So, you know, a lot of times people don't believe in you as much as they used to when you have somebody that's trying to block what you're doing because of their insecurities or what have you. So I just, you know, for now, it's like, it's very exciting. It's very exciting to see those people. Yeah, it does suck. It does suck. It's horrible for anybody to not support, you know, the person that they would or whatever. But, you know, that's another story. That's another story. I have custom designs. I make custom design clothing. And I have a lot of my stuff on Instagram. But I'll probably do a painting today. I'm not sure. I'm going to try, you know. to do one because I have some stuff that I'm trying to do today. But I do paintings. If you go to a couple of scopes down, or go to my Instagram. My Instagram is Exist the Letter in Nature. So if you go to my Instagram, you'll see, you'll see all of my t-shirts and stuff, my sketches that I have for fashion. So I have gotten back into, doing some of my fashion stuff. And I find that people are taking a liking. Thank you, Untamed. People are taking a liking to, my videos, and, of course I have to have some humor in there because that's me. I have to have humor. And I feel like, just doing what you do best. Keep doing what you do. Keep doing what you do. But do not cheat the system, especially buying followers. Because most of those people that you bind are not, they're not commenting. You're just buying. It's like having a still, picture or, just a body, and the body isn't responding. You know what I'm saying? You have a body there, but the body isn't responding. So that's all buying followers is. It's just a body that you have a person to add to. That's all you're doing. So it's just like a body that you have, and it's just adding to your numbers to show what you have, how many people. But they're not commenting on a damn thing, okay? So you wasting your money, because like I said, now is not the time to do that, okay? Now is not the time. Now is not the time to buy any followers because you'll be wasting your money. Like I said, if you trying to become an influencer, just keep putting your content up. Keep putting your content up, showing people what it is that you do, and continue to move on. That's all you can do. And hopefully some company will contact you, based on that. Or you can contact companies. So it's not just about waiting. If you feel like you have it, hey, contact some companies. The great thing to me is genuine. Yeah, it does take time. But of course, like they say, we all want it fast paced. It's sometimes, it's kind of hard. And I can say this. When people look at other folks' lives, right, online, and you see that they're doing things, they're traveling, of course they getting these gifts. And I think a lot of times when people see that, that's what makes people follow you. When they see that you're doing things, excuse me, you're happy about your life, you're enjoying life, not really knowing what your life is like behind this phone, because people don't really know what your life is like. They just know what they see. But you make it look so interesting, to them. And it's almost like they're living through you. Like people are living through the person. So this is a lot of times what makes people follow you, when they see that you're doing things, because they're living through you. This is how you influence people. When you show them nice things, when you show them, oh, look what I got today. They sent me a box. They may not have sent them that box. They could have bought that. Okay. But the simple fact that they telling you, well, they sent me this. I'm going to unwrap it. I just want to show you what I have today. They're showing you something that they could have bought. But the simple fact that people always say, don't fake it to make it. Let me tell you something. It wins. It gets you through. When a lot of times, when you fake it to make it, it's not necessarily saying you're faking your life. It's saying that you believe in what it is that you're doing so much that you're putting yourself on that level of thinking, okay? Of thinking and knowing and believing that you can accomplish these things. So we're not talking about people faking buy a car, you know, like the little Bow Wow thing that, you know, and I think that was a setup anyway. I don't know why people truly believed in that, but the simple fact that I believe that Bow Wow set that up because they knew that people were going to buy into, like, that's a product. They felt like people going to buy into this. Let's post a picture of, and it's not hard to do, honestly, because it's all promotion. It's all advertising. This is how you got to fake people out today. This is how you fake people out today. You have to make it look like it's fake, okay? You have to make it look like, hey, Brooklyn. So you have to make it look like it's fake in order for people to believe in it. And what they do, they start running it all over Instagram. And that's the promotion that you need. And Bow Wow had a show coming out. So that was good for him. All he had to do was post a picture, make it look like somebody new. Okay? All he had to do, post a picture, make it look like somebody said, Bow Wow, he's on here, you know. And then voila, everybody starts to advertise for his show. Blam, bam, boom. That's exactly how advertisement has to work now. You know, Tesla, they don't promote their cars. Who do it for them? Who promote? We people. Look at what I'm driving. I have me a Tesla, okay? Oh, this car talks. This car drives by itself. You know, we the people, word of mouth, we promote everything. That's the best way to promote or advertise. When people hear about you, whether it be negative or positive, okay? We know what sells. But some people are stuck on because they have to use online now as advertisement. They have to use online as advertisement now. So they're finding out tricky ways of advertising and promoting things. So this is how things are happening. I'm saying people are smarter now about marketing, but there's some people are still like dumb. You know, and I really don't call people dumb, but I'm saying, like, because they so caught up in the hype of online, you know, they don't really understand what's real and what's not real. Anything can be put out there to be seen as real to people, depending on how you put it out there. If I were to say that okay, so hold on. Let's talk about, what's his name? Michael Blackson. I'm going to talk about that. Michael Blackson. Same situation, right? Now, I don't know if his was real or not, but I do know that him and his lady are back together, and I've seen them out. Hey, how are you? So Michael Blackson had it was supposed to be a video. I'm not a girl, I'm a lady, okay? So it was supposed to be a video of Michael Blackson and some woman that the Shade Room had. Hey, Zakia, how are you? So the Shade Room had a video. I'm doing well. How are you? So the Shade Room put a video out about Michael Blackson, and I don't know if it was actually advertisement for Michael Blackson or not, but he sent the Shade with somebody. He was going to sue them and everything for leaking that video. And he asked them to take it down. Now, I believe that maybe whoever sent the video, that Michael Blackson probably did what he did, right? But he and his lady used to be on his Instagram a lot together. They would be doing little stuff, you know, racing or what have you, you know, little stuff on Instagram. And after that little situation, she ended up, you didn't see her much anymore. And a lot of people thought that they broke up. Yeah, that's the comedian guy that, you know, they had a video of him and some other woman that I guess she sent the Shade Room the info or what have you. The video of him and her, you know, sexcapade. And he said that that was old or whatever it was. His lady left him. And, well, supposedly left him. And everybody was on Instagram on his page talking about, you know, your lady left you, this, that, and the other. So they're back together. But the simple fact is he doesn't really post anything with her in it now. So he's not posting, hey, how are you? How is everybody coming in? I appreciate you guys coming over. So, you know, now she's kind of private, you know, in his life. She's kind of private. I've seen her on, you know, occasions, but she doesn't get in his scope like not his scope, his IG like she used to. So that being said, sometimes we don't know on Instagram what's real, what's fake. People set up stuff. They may be together, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was just talking about little instances on how they promote stuff on Instagram. And, you know, in order for people to buy into it, you know, based on the numbers, they actually use a certain advertisement to do it. Like like I was saying about the Bow Wow situation before you came in, you know, with Bow Wow situation, he had a show coming out. So I believe that was put together. Unfortunately, you have to trick people now in order for them to believe certain things. You know, that's just like when me and so-and-so was going through something. People was like, that's not real. Y'all fake. Y'all faking. And we was like, no, this is real. Oh, yeah, they definitely, listen, I know how it is working. You have to trick people because people are smarter in marketing and advertisement. You know, they know what's going on. So you have to trick people into doing stuff. Come on. I've been here before. I lived on Earth. I don't know how many times I've been here in and out, but I can tell you right now, I've been here several times. I know. Okay? I know how it's working. I get these vibes about things. That's why I'm not as blown out as everybody else. That's why with social media, I love the fact of social media that you can promote your businesses and things like that. But you can't let social media take you over. You know, you can't. If you let it take you over, you're being blinded. Beyonce baby announcement by her daddy. Oh, her father announced her babies. Hey, Fats, how are you? So, you know, just stating that this is what it is. This is how folks get tricked. You know, this is what the world is coming to right now. People are getting smarter in advertisement. I'm not saying that nobody should buy into it, but I'm just saying, especially when it's sketchy. You know, you want to be careful what you believe in, you know, and take it for what it's worth. Yes, I always say controversy sells. I always have said that. Controversy nowadays sell. If you want to sell something, you have, like, okay, that's like if I created a figment and said that, you know, basically somebody had something to say about exactly the Nicki and the Remy thing. I wouldn't even, look, she had an album coming out. They create drama. And it's not always drama, but it's just the way people believe in stuff. You know, it's just that I don't understand. It's a form of art. Honestly, it's a form of art. It's an illusion. It's creating an illusion, you know, for people's mind. Because your mind is a lot of times everybody's mind is not on the same wavelength. So they don't know how to believe stuff. They take things and they run with it. You know, you'd be surprised what happens. You really would. You'd be surprised what's a setup. Just like these reality shows. Will remain true for slow growth. mean, you could create something that doesn't have to be really harsh. You know, you could create something that's just a whirlwind semi, but you're not, you know, allowing it to take over too much. You could create something. Like if you had a bad review on your soap, right? If you hire, because people will hire people to do that. Let me tell you, they got the guys on YouTube that do their videos. A lot of the prank stuff that they do, a lot of that stuff is set up. Do you really think a lot of times people are walking up on people, snatching stuff, doing this or that? I mean, now, I'm not going to say everything is, but some of it is set up. You know, they may have certain people. You can hire people on Craigslist to do stuff like that. And show up with face on. Yeah, anything. But that right there could be a funny situation for you. And that's what I'm saying. It's not bad, but it brings humor to your business. So even if you decided to have somebody with a blown up Martin face, that would be funny. People would be expecting somebody to look, you know, what? Yes. So that is how you have to promote your business now. These are things that we do. Some people don't have to do it, but if you want to reach a bigger audience, this is what people will share. You understand? You get what I'm saying? This is not simple, and this is something that people will share. So if you want shares, you have to create like this, you know, this, like I said, create like a whirlwind, a half a whirlwind or something. You have to create something a bit different from what's going on now. I saw so many coaches. And I have to do a Kiki video. I'll probably do one tomorrow because a lot of people have been asking me, what in the world are you doing? Why aren't you doing Kiki? Like everybody, a lot of people love the character and some people just don't get it, you know, but their mind hasn't opened up to it because I be somewhere else with stuff. You know, I be where later on people will start saying things that look like that and then they'll stop like, oh, I know who you doing. And actually, I'm not doing the person who they think I'm doing. It's just that it relates to that. You're starting to see things, how I portrayed that. And this is why Gary Vee always says, what? Document, right? Document your stuff. Because here it is. Okay? You never know when people are going to find something that relates to the person. So this is why he says document over create. When you're creating, you're putting too much emphasis. And I ad-lib on Kiki. I don't really write nothing down. That's stuff that I'm coming up with while I'm doing the character. When I was out back doing the laugh, all of that came off my head. Everything that I do is, yes, everything that I do pretty much with this character is improv. It's all improv. And until people find out, like a lot of people probably really realize that, wow, you really like, I can't write it. I mean, I write certain little topics, but I improvise everything in between. So if I get something in my mind, I just go for it because I know that this is the way that I am. It's hard for me to write because then I'm not creating when I'm not being creative when I'm writing. You know, I might find a better way of doing it. Even with the animation that I do, the animation, the voiceovers, I don't write none of that down. I just, you know, I get the pictures that I want. I create the pictures and I take the pictures. I match the pictures up as to what I think I want to say. And then as I'm talking through the microphone, all of that flows together. So all I do is I just start talking. Hey, how are you? Hey, Anthony, how are you doing? Anthony, I thought somebody else was you yesterday on here. How are you? So with the animation, I ad-lib. I don't rehearse anything. You know, I may mess up maybe once or twice because I want to make sure that I have the upbeat spirit when I'm talking. So a lot of times I'll coach myself on that and I'll say, oh no, come on, you gotta have more, you gotta have more enthusiasm with it. You know, you gotta have more, you know, oomph with it. So I'm coaching myself on being more upbeat with this character. Thank you for inviting. So that's all I do with the animation. It's the same thing. You know, any of the characters that I've done, all ad-lib. I don't really write anything down. I may have when I first here and there, because somebody used to say, you need to write something down. You need to write something down. I would write certain things down, but I had to ad-lib in between because I know I'm a ball of energy. Once I get into character, I've always been that way. I'm a ball of energy. I turn into, you know, somebody different. You know, that's just me. So I say everybody's not like that. But ever since I was younger, I've always been that person. And people have always wanted me to host stuff when I was younger because I always I was full of energy. And I love being full of energy. Oh my gosh. I just love it. So I'm going to definitely do a Kiki tomorrow. And I'll post it on Instagram. You know, I'm doing more, getting ready to do more things with the character. You know, I just been trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. But eventually I am going to be doing more with the character. So tomorrow I'm going to do a new motivational speaker Kiki video. Oh my gosh, you guys. If you don't know who that is, I'm sorry. You're just going to have to check it out. You're going to have to go to YouTube. You're going to have to see who Kiki is. If you don't know, that's your problem. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh, you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Can you come on after 5 so I can share watching at work? Oh yeah, I'm coming on tonight because I think I'm going to do another t-shirt painting. I've gotten some requests for t-shirt paintings. So I'll probably do my show around 8 tonight. Hopefully it's not a little later, but I'll definitely, you know, and we'll talk about some things on here. Hopefully the connection is great because you know sometimes how the connection is on Periscope. Yes, 8 Eastern time. If you are Anthony, are you from India? Because I wasn't sure. Yesterday I was asking another guy, Anthony. I said, oh, and Anthony's from India. He said, I'm from Laurel. Do people buy followers? Why would they do it? Oh, I talked about that. Yes, for the numbers, but it's not working now. It's not working. Not companies, but Instagram has already been hip to that. So, you know, if you're able to check the replay, I talked about followers, buying followers, and you know what Instagram is getting ready to start doing for those followers. They're clearing up a lot of stuff on Instagram, you know, because it's going to be geared towards business. You know, they want to treat Instagram like it's a business too, you know. So stay tuned tomorrow, you guys. I mean, tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You're from India as well. Oh, hey, Shreddy, how are you? So, so if you want to catch my art tonight at 8 while we talk about some stuff, while I draw something, you know, be my guest. Come on over. I am Keita J. Check out my YouTube page. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube page. It's in the profile. My Instagram is Exist a Letter in Nature. Hey, how are you? Exist a Letter in Nature. Instagram, Snapchat, Exist a Letter in Nature. You like me? Thank you. I like you too. And I haven't even seen you, but I like you, okay? Check everything out. You know, make sure you guys subscribe. Like I said, it's down in the profile. Check my art out as well. And my characters and all that great stuff. Because we got a new Kiki that's going to come tomorrow. And I'll talk to you guys later.